my Goblin laser 2500 plus that was very generously donated to the channel by Mr. Dean. Thank you, Mr. Dean. It is fully refurbished, although I would not blame you for not noticing it. Why don't you notice the things that I do? Yes, it works as well as it's going to. It's as clean as it's going to be, but crikey, they made it out of the most awful plastic ever. Let's have a look. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, I mean when I say awful plastic, it's actually probably the one thing that saved it, having plastic like this, because it's very, very soft. When it's, you know, not on the cleaner, it's very bendy, it's very supple. Problem is, it's very soft, and that means that you cannot buff it at all. I did try, look, there was machine polish just behind. Look, if I take the wand out, you'll see a bit more. The whole back before I put it together, and all it did was basically just sand it smooth in a way that didn't look horrible, but equally wouldn't have looked good on the rest of the machine. So unfortunately, this is how it is, and I'd imagine this is probably quite clean for one of these, because with some actual use, it probably would get trashed. Let's start at the top, because it's been a while since we've seen this, hasn't it? Yes. On a Goblin binge at the minute, so naturally it will get done, and we shall start with the WG plug. Look at that, very nice plug, came out exceptionally well, they always do. The pins polished up nicely, the cord chopped and redone so it sits out of the plug nicely rather than at a funny bent angle. We can then slide our top cord hook back up and get onto the back, where we have our full assortment of now non-mouldy tools. This old machine was going mouldy, bit of a shame, but it's all done now. So yes, we have our plastic ones, standard Goblin fare. We can put these back now, the cable's off, and a dusting brush and a crevice tool, which you may see bouncing around my Goblin Rio as well, although probably not anymore. And then the hose, which was going very mouldy down here. It is a stretch hose, just not, not very stretchy, and it's not really meant for anything more than standing beside the cleaner like this. There we go. Let's turn her around and pop the bag door open, and yes, we can see that a pneumatic HEPA flow fits absolutely fine to the machine. Moving down the diverter flap, because yes, this is, you can't see anything, bing, this is a dirty fan cleaner. This is basically the exact same principle as a Hoover turbo powered total system. This moves a flap which either diverts the suction through the hose or into the floor. And speaking of into the floor, because it did that, oh gosh, that's fine. That's fine. Speaking of underneath, it's done. Bless it. The brush roll is very nice. I'm so scared of that now. I didn't realise it did that. Cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. It looks good. It is good. It's done, to be honest. A slice of early 1990s. For this case, this one was made in 1991. Plug her in. And I'll show you what she sounds like now. It's been a while, hasn't it, since we've heard the sweet dulcet tones of this vacuum cleaner. Sounds really good, doesn't it? It very well should do, because it's got what I believe to be a brand new old stock motor in it. Yes, I broke the motor that was in this, trying to get it out because the bearings were just seized completely, and yeah, I stripped my screwdriver over the coil by accident and blip, that was it. But not 10 minutes later, thanks to more goods actually on eBay, crikey, I got a lot of random stuff from them before that's turned out to be incredibly rare and worth money. Yeah, they had a brand new one for like 15 quid, buy it now, and that is now fitted in here, and yeah, you can tell. Well, it'll block itself up. It's very smooth. It's very, 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 very smooth indeed. So yeah, I've got the orange carpet out because it doesn't like my rug. Obviously, it's of its era, so you know it would have been designed in the mid-1980s. It's basically a Goblin Commander S. Goblin Commander, rebadged up, I think, redesigned. So we're going to put some dirt down, but I'm going to use a carpet that it's probably going to like. Probably also a good time to mention that it had a big hole in the fan case, and the rest of the fan case was pretty neatly nearly split in two. So we're not going crazy for this mess test. We just have some sawdust and some vulgar wheat, something like that, you know, to see what happens. So we'll go easy on it because yeah, it's not fab. Well, no, actually, it's got a brand new motor in it. It might be alright. Oh dearie me. I mean, it picked up the surface bits without any problem at all, but there's a lot clinging onto this carpet indeed. And yeah, sums up everything I've been told about these really. They were cheap, cheerful, you know, they were meant to be more budget than a Hoover Turbo Power. I mean, in the 1990s, you didn't get much more budget than that anyway, and yet Goblin, and they were Shop Vac actually. This has a Shop Vac logo on it somewhere. So yeah, Shop Vac did the deed there. And hey, the HEPA bag has at least saved the day. I mean, it's, you know, only a 400 odd watt dirty fan cleaner. So yeah, it's not gonna set the world on fire. But yeah, I think the only real way to get this any better at all is to get the tools out and sit here and scrub at it. Oh my word, so mediocre. Bless it. This is the problem with machines like this. They're built with good intentions, you know. We're going to build a cheap vacuum cleaner, says Goblin, circa the mid-1980s. Fair enough, and they design a very nice cleaner. There are soft bag versions of this. And yeah, this whole bit just pops off, and I can fully see the soft bag stuff just clipping on, and then there we go, nice and cheap. You know, it's got a full toolkit. That was a premium optional extra with many cleaners until the mid-1990s, let alone 1991. It has cord storage, again, a premium feature. It's rubbish though. It's why they were, people bought them going, oh, I'd be better than that Hoover thing, and then they weren't, and they were bitter about them, and they were all got just thrown away when the Dyson DCO1 came out. Not, a couple of years after this one, they were still running when it came out. Bless it. These just faded by the wayside, and yeah, I'm pleased I've experienced one, but I do not think it's forever home is with me, because yes, there is somebody mad enough, crazy enough, deranged enough to want this exact cleaner for reasons that, hey, we may uncover one day, and you'll certainly see this again soon. But yeah, I'm certainly happy I've had it. I've never had a laser before. I wouldn't kick one out of bed either. These are getting, quite rare. Goblin vacuum cleaners in general are, even though myself and Mr. Steve seem to be having a Goblin binge at the minute. Good on us. Goblins need more love, because they are terribly terrible, but alright for what they are. I mean, I'm sure I've seen adverts for these for 50, 60 quid. Gone. Get rid of them. We don't want them hanging around anymore. Bless them. Yeah, look out for one at the car boot. They're fun. But, yeah, here is my one. So, yeah, there we go, really. A mediocre, dirty fan, upright, hard box vacuum cleaner. But bless it, it shouldn't be a lie now. This is basically, if you pick one of these up in 20 years, it would probably be the equivalent of finding a hot point nice and easy, with all the things that could go wrong with it. But this one's pretty alright, bar the fact it just looks cosmetically ruined. But that's it for now. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you got a Goblin laser, please comment below. Is it one of these, a couple of stars? I don't know. Gem me up on Goblin laser. I don't know a lot about it. I'd like to fix that. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And I, and probably this, will see you soon. Bye bye.